Change your shit, Blue. Change your shit, Blue. Yo!
It's my boy Chase.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it.
Yo,
Yo,
what's color we switch into?
Yo, what is up, ladies and gentlemen? We are ready for action as it is time. ADS versus Elemental, and this is going to be an interesting matchup. These are two teams battling. Obviously, ADS Gaming is battling to retain as much as possible a top spot in their group, and to retain that top spot from week to week to week. And even going into the playoffs after, you know, this match and 10 others pass on for them, they got to continue to keep up their pace that they have right now. They're 4-0. They're perfect. They're flawless except for, I believe, a few maps here and there. But they got to keep maintaining this pace. Now, you're looking over at the side of Elemental Gaming, and you're probably writing them off. You know, they have a not-so-stellar scoreline, a record. Their stats aren't looking the best, but they are making a few. They've made a little minor adjustment during this past weekend where we did the roster locking, and it looks like they are bringing in a new member in the name of Ghost. So it's going to be Dios, Ghost, Barba Blanca, and Mythical. So you're seeing three really strong players on their roster that have been able to do really well for their team against some of like the smaller rosters in their group, or smaller or less strong matches and teams in their group. Now they're going to have to try to step up to a pace that I'm not quite sure, and quite a few of you guys in chat through that tune into this match, I'm not quite sure that you guys believe that they can step up. And today joining me, it is not going to be Nico. Unfortunately, he's not able to attend, but I did decide I wanted to switch things up and give him a new look. And so I threw in, one of the guys I think he looks like, and I think he reminds me of Jeff. I think he reminds me of Jeff, the Total Drama Island TV show host. I thought that guy fits the bill when it comes to Nico, representing Nico and a graphic style and whatnot, character animation. You guys know the drill there. Now, these two teams, I can give them introductions all day, but obviously we want to get closer to that match time and the match actually starting. So before I can do so, I got to run through the maps with you folks. So just to cover the maps real quick, this is what we have in front of us: Checkmate, Miami, and then Triple Raid to close out the series. Either closes it out on the raid on the control, or we see ourselves extended to a hardpoint or S&D. Generally speaking, ADS Gaming, with the form that we've seen them in the past, up against this Elemental Gaming squad that shows a lot of weaknesses and things they need to work on, I definitely would look at this one paper, and in my own prediction, my personal prediction and opinion, I would say ADS Gaming takes this one in a 3-0 fashion. I strongly believe that that's going to be what ends up happening. But there's always a room for doubt. There's always some sort of upset that could potentially happen here. We saw Dawn of Chaos drop a map to OTB the other day. A team regarded as a titan in their group, dropping to a subpar team near the bottom, of their respected group. We might see an upset like that happen off of maybe one map in this series. Now, which map would that be? Potentially looking at some stats here, the best thing that Elemental Gaming has for them, it's not even impressive really is their 2-2 search and destroy record, where I feel like that's probably one of their better bread and butters, but also making note is their hard point has been improving time and time again as they've been continuing to play. We're also seeing the meta change up, and the ARs have been sort of hit with a bit of a shift here. The not the Groza, but the new AR coming in. We might see that new AR end up being very punishing to those players of Elemental Gaming when they have to match up against it with their submachine guns that we know are what they excel at. When you look at the submachine gun lineup, they have, I believe, Dios and Barba Blanca both running the submachine guns there for the team. Now let's jump into this action here. I'm gonna get this map loaded up for the players to start playing on here, and for us to obviously jump into that action. Now, for those of you guys at home here tuning on in, I know we're still having players jump in here as the match is still to obviously come underway here. What are your guys' thoughts? Maybe what do you guys got in terms of potential predictions on this one? Throw up your hashtags for whichever team you think will win, and maybe if you want to support a team that you don't think might necessarily win, the underdogs in Elemental, definitely throw some support that way as well. So unfortunately, I do have the best of 5 scoreline at the top wrong for you folks, but that will be adjusted obviously coming off of this map now that I've noticed that I have that incorrect at the time. But we're going to jump on into the action here. This is ADS Gaming on the left, guys. Naruto, Aim, Killua making a return, and Reaper getting an opportunity to start for a match here for ADS Gaming. And right off the gates, we're gonna see Ghost making his debut, making his voice heard on the map, breaking through the middle of that plane and clearing off two players in the middle, giving a lot of comfort and a lot of real estate to the side of Elemental, and kind of overextends there and gets really punished. He's gonna drop in that spawn there, and the next hill is gonna be spawns are already going to be all good for ADS Gaming. Elemental had an opportunity to push on through and get priority. Unfortunately, not going to be in their favor here, and Mythical going to get cut off as well in the middle of that plane. Just right now, you're seeing quite a few players on the side of Elemental Gaming, not looking too hot. They're still warming up into this one, but ADS Gaming, they already have people like Reaper, Killua, even Naruto right now on a tear, going 3-0 here with this gun, and Caster Curse comes through. When we highlight to a player that's performing very well, they tend to sometimes fall short of the expectations once we actually give them some highlights. But Dios dropping aim off that heady right there, beautiful stuff with the Krieg monster gun still. It's sort of like a turtle, it moves like a turtle. It's a bit slow, it's a bit bulky and big like a turtle, and it's withstand the test of time, as the meta has been changing in this Call of Duty, where we still see it being a factor and being something on the forefront when it comes to meta guns at the moment. As right now, Killua, we're on with him trying to make something happen once again, and he's going to get cut down and tucked away at 4-4 right here. Reaper and Naruto doing a wonderful job so far. Reaper coming out of the woodwork. I'm trying to remember what Reaper might have, if this is a name change for a player from ADS Gaming. It could very much be one, as I believe we've seen a few already in the ALG, already a few players changing up their names, and not too many people fully recognizing them after the fact. Now, ADS Gaming off to a flying start, like I said before, further solidifying themselves, with their stats, with the stats that proved it at the beginning, that they were going to be the heavy favorites in this map and in this series. And right now, they're demonstrating that strength that they have, that 4-0 record that they're looking to continue to keep untouched moving into their match later this evening, up against a very dominant new roster for the side of Team Flawless that will be making its second appearance in the ALG League over on my channel in the off-stream match later this evening. Barba Blanca, though, one of the players that's known to shine the most for Elemental Gaming, be a bit of a a picker-upper, as some people might say, a bit of an uplifter, a spirit uplifter, somebody that's pretty motivational. When you see the side of Elemental Gaming hot, it tends to be off the back of, you know, Barba Blanca, and I would like to, I know I'm not usually a betting man, but I definitely choose to bet that Barba Blanca is one of the louder players on the side of Elemental Gaming when it comes to actual communication, maybe even shot caller, as time and time again you see him near the top. But this time around, he's not so comfortable up there. He's definitely, you know, been kept at bay quite a lot by this ADS Gaming side, and they're really, you know, on pace to really end this first map in a quick, you know, one rotation of hills. As we're on to P4 now, and we're on to P5 right now, and it won't be the end-all be-all on this hill, so we will see ourselves back onto P1 in the second rotation of hills. But ADS Gaming just undoubtedly controlling this, the objectives, just without a real, you know, test. As we're seeing Killua get a nice big kill right there, or gets killed off in the background there. Is Barba Blanca heating up a little bit now. The warm-up is starting to come through, but it's a little late, you know. It's not something that needed to be done, it needed to happen in a slow way. This heat wave needed to come a lot faster for the side of Elemental Gaming, and right now they're just cold. If they were an element right now, they definitely would be the ice. They're looking really frozen, you know, they're melting a little bit. And it's not a melt. It's not like it's a melt that's structured and purposeful. It's really just more of a collapsing melt, where they're losing a lot of structural integrity when it comes to, you know, holding these hills that they're getting early rotations to once in a while. Like that P1 right there, they had collapsed completely all around it. Now, Mythical, once again, another player that shines for the side of Elemental Gaming from time to time, just not having a good first opening map in this one. Everything's been really just ADS Naruto, popping off when he needs to go on those big streaks for his team. No kill streaks in his pocket, though, from what I've remembered, him using none. But still, AD looking really great here, and AIM, one of the other shining stars on this roster, you know, at the top of the charts here, 20 and 12. Nice KD as well there, looking positive and pretty. As the team's going to be rotating over to the next hill, they have control of it, and it's going to be, you know, Elemental Gaming once again put in a position where they have to try to make a lot happen with not a lot of you know, not a lot to work with. As Barba Blanca is going to push on into that point, get cut down in the crate, and practically, you know, canned like tuna. As Reaper's going to get a nice two-piece in the background. AIM as well, going to go on a 3 streak right now. 21 and 12, working towards maybe some last dying ends of this game streaks. And just right now, Elemental Gaming, I feel like there's got to be a bit of a will factor here that's coming into play that's causing them to drop a lot of these gunfights. You're seeing maybe like a stretch of 10 kills that come in the feed. You're maybe seeing 3 maximum in the 10 come out pink, and that 7-to-3 ratio in terms of how many kills, you know, you're seeing, how often you're seeing actual pink in the kill feed, it's really low, and that is very indicative of how this match has gone so far. You know, just not winning the 1s, not winning the 2s, trading ineffectively. And Elemental Gaming, they're getting punished with all these mistakes and holes that they're putting in. And it's not like they're unpreventable holes, you know. They're holes that are, I feel like, getting made really forcefully by ADS Gaming. It's like, you know, cheddar cheese. You get a nice big square slice of cheddar cheese, and ADS Gaming is like, no. We wanted to see something with holes in it. We wanted not a mozzarella. We wanted a whatever that other cheese is with the holes in it. And they're like, sure, we're gonna just make our own holes, and they're just poking holes, you know, shooting holes into bodies and into, you know, finding their own lanes to find all the points and all the success on this map. And You know, sure, my references, they might be really wacky and weird at times, not really make much sense, but in the end, you know, what's worse, my bad references and jokes at times, or the way that Elemental Gaming is playing this map? And it's just, there's two horrific things you guys have to deal with, and I hope that you guys keep your eyes glued on the one thing, which is Elemental Gaming. Just not able to get too far in this one. 100-point clubbing is what comes out here, and you know, you got to feel for the Puerto Rican players here. You know, they show up for their nation, or not nation, but they show up for representing that state of Puerto Rico, and they try to show up big up against all these American teams here, American/Canadian teams, and you know, they have trouble against, you know, some of these titans here in this group. They are in a group of death, folks. If you haven't already looked at it, you know, and taking a look back in it, but yeah, you know, it's a brutal group that they're in, and these are going to be brutal matches that they have to come through. But this is all a learning experience for them. This is amateur Call of Duty here for you guys, an AM League that you guys have that you guys are spectating over, you know, that these players are playing in. So everything is just about learning and getting better and trying to like rise up in levels of competitive tiers. You're looking at, you know, finally being able to potentially compete in a Challengers Cup sort of scenario for these rosters, and you know, maybe even try to get themselves around, you know, past round one. You know, a lot of these teams that come into these AM leagues, like the ALG league, they don't really make it past round one very, very comfortably. I would say quite a few of these guys maybe make it to round 2 or 3 and then drop off. Like the only team in here right now, after the new, you know, rosters have been locked in, is that Team Flawless roster that is just absolutely you know, a massive team. You know, they're a tier above a lot of others, and they're going to be a massive test for a lot of teams in this competition that end up in this league that end up facing them, you know, in either groups or in playoffs. So it's going to be interesting to see how those teams prepare for those matchups, then ultimately play in those matchups against, you know, that Team Flawless roster. Now, so there will be, you know, the Flawless versus ADS Gaming match streamed. It will be streamed over on my channel, actually. If you guys go check out my tweet, you'll see my Twitter on my Twitter right here. You guys should see it right there. If you guys go check it out, you'll see my recent tweet come shouting out the fact that I'll be covering that one later after this stream for you guys to enjoy. An extra stream this week, you know, because I usually cover 7 ALG matches every week anyways. But this first one, very clear and clean map from ADS Gaming. And now we just got ourselves another map to come up next. It's going to be a Miami Search and Destroy, and this is going to be that map that we're going to need to see we're going to need to see Elemental Gaming step up and win. It was a rough map for my Toronto Ultra today, as they went all the way to map 5 in their series against the LA Thieves, and just did not end up they were unable to take it. But with the debut of Insight, you know, brought a massive, you know, 18 and 8 KD there. It was absolutely mind-blowing what he was able to do and able to accomplish. You know, the most kills in an S&D map so far. I believe the CDL from this season, I'm not quite sure if it stacks up with any performances from last season, but definitely the most kills we've seen from a player in this current season. Now, with that being said, we have Miami coming up, and when it comes to S&D Miami, it's going to be really interesting to see how these teams play when it comes to the rotations and which bomb site they favor, and which ones they attack. You know, how these teams play, because I would definitely assume that we see the side of ADS Gaming play really aggressive on defense. I want to see, you know, that they push through and they try to cover purple as fast as possible, and not give this Elemental Gaming side too much room for their submachine guns to get presence around purple, piano, and the garage area. But we will see, as we will be jumping into that map shortly, folks, and gotta make sure that I get everything set up properly when it comes to scores here, as we will be seeing this side of ADS Gaming take the lead in the series 1-0 in maps. Now, going into the Search and Destroy on Miami, First Bloods are going to be key, guys. I say it time and time again. First Bloods are what tends to be that sole stat that follows teams that win every map in S&D. It's the team with the most Search and Destroy with the most First Bloods. And First Bloods, they do really great for your team. They get your team a life lead, the first life lead in the series, in the map on the round. They get your team a bit of a boost of confidence, that they were able to get that opening kill in the round. That they found a little pocket of success, a little bit of success to start things off. But here we go, jumping into the action. We're going to be on with Barba Blanca, and this is going to be that push forward that I was expecting from ADS Gaming when they have defense. Obviously, when I was explaining it before, that they would push through. They would push through more aggressively into top purple. But here we're seeing Elemental Gaming's Barba Blanca holding this truck here, and the first blood is going to come from Reaper at long range here with that Brig killing off a player over by Boathouse. Now it's going to be another kill that comes through from aim top purple, and they're going to spot Barba Blanca playing right below here. He's going to get caught by the nade from Killua, and it's going to be a 1 versus 4. The Ghost is left in, finding 1 kill big. The first Search and Destroy, for this player on the streams here with ALG. It's going to be interesting to see how he performs moving through this one, as this is a player making a debut for their side. As First Blood going the way of ADS Gaming, and ultimately the round going the way of ADS Gaming, we see AIM starting off strong with a 2-0. One of the stronger players when it comes to S&D prowess for this roster and performance. We see ADS Gaming's AIM perform to a really strong level time and time again in this mode. Now, Elemental Gaming, they're going to play a quick play up into purple, and this is what I said I wanted to see ADS Gaming do. I wanted them to aggress to purple and try to get there first to stop that push on from Elemental Gaming. I read their opening play from Elemental Gaming perfectly in the first call, but here we go. Killua's going to be big in flushing out those 2 players in the middle. He's going to take them both down. There's one more player, bottom piano, that he's going to have to try to deal with at some point here. Whether or not he's able to catch that player, he's going to slide out and actually not notice him right behind him. He doesn't check. He's going to drop, and now it's going to be a 2 versus 3, a little bit more manageable for Elemental Gaming to work around. We're going to have Dios playing the half wall here, or I believe, I'm not quite sure the full call out here, but the Godheady down here at the dock, he's going to get tagged up heavily by it. Looked like a Krieg, in my opinion, there from the distance, and Mythical will end up taking him out. That's going to be Reapers dropped, and it's going to be all up to Dios. We were showing him before here. He's going to spot 1. His trigger discipline is not there, so he will give away his position and ultimately drop from the player coming in behind to pinch him up, and that's going to be a 2-0 start in the S&D. Following suit from where we left off, momentum still with ADS Gaming from that first map win in this series, and it just hasn't gotten shaken off yet. ADS Naruto still hasn't shaken off his donut yet, but it's only been 2 rounds so far in the S&D, so going into this third one, hopefully we'll see him get rid of that one. Over on the side of Elemental Gaming, the kills that they've been able to get, none in the first, actually 1 in the opening round, and then 1 in the second round, so just not been a lot of shooting back on their end of things, as ADS Gaming has just found too much, has just been getting so much space, once they are able to find those first picks. And there we go. Naruto's going to get on the board. He's going to get himself a first pick and a second pick. That'll most likely be the play of the game, unless we see some interesting stuff come out of Elemental Gaming here in this round. In the 1 versus 4, it's going to be all up to number 6 in Mythical. He will find 1 kill at long range here. Naruto will be ready to watch him from the boathouse, and there we go. We will see another round go the way of ADS Gaming, and it's starting to get washed right here. You know, we saw a bit of a washing, a cleansing of, you know, of the hand, you know, when somebody sort of just brushes each hand across each other in a way, you know, kind of signifying they've done a task, a task of a troublesome task. And well, ADS Gaming pretty much did that, but you know, troublesome, not probably the best word to describe how that first map really went for them, as they won it really with ease. Now Elemental Gaming, they're yet to really find themselves in this S&D. They're going to decide to play their offense the exact same way that they did the first round, and this linear play call might not work too well in their favor here, as Reaper is going to get an opportunity to spot out Ghost. Ghost will also spot Reaper. So there's a bit of information given to both sides here, but Killua once again going to get aggressive and take down a player, winning the gunfight, an important one up top purple. And that's going to open things up. The bomb is going to be down up there, and that's going to be real chaos. That's going to make these ants of Elemental Gaming sort of start to scatter and get all crazy, going through all these little ant tunnels in the hill. And Ghost gonna get shot at and tagged up pretty well, so he's gonna have to retreat here. His teammate is gonna advance on forward into Piano, try to get up there to where the bomb is planted, while Killua is on that balcony. Gonna get called out. Barba Blanca should be able to find the kill. Instead, he just slides on past, taking out one of his teammates, but 4-0 is gonna be the round score going into this next round in the series. And ADS Gaming is flawlessly executing right now in this S&D, round to round to round. And Elemental Gaming, they just nothing. Dios, a big old goose egg. He's going to be stuck with him for the last 4 rounds. He's going to be the one we're going to look to see if he can start getting on the board here and help his team with you know, showing up. Because it takes a full team's, you know, presence and a full team of players that are all kind of warm to really win a series against this ADS Gaming side. And Barba Blanca gonna get that first blood for his team. First time his team sees first blood. The blood in the water. The Sharks get called, and Elemental Gaming find 2 big kills. Will we see Barba Blanca fighting another one? He snaps for another. Last player left alive for ADS Gaming is going to be Killua. Somebody that's done well at the beginning of most of these rounds. You know, 4 kills to his name, 1 death, and 4 rounds in the books. It's going to be this 5th round, and Barba Blanca going to be looking and checking the corners, and Killua will be able to find the kill onto him. The Diablo for the side of Elemental Gaming gets taken off the board, and now will Killua decide to go all the way to A or play for B? It looks like it's going to be a bit of a B play, and unfortunately, that's not going to be the smartest play when you notice on the map for us, Dio is all the way at the other end of that alley watching that top doorway. And there we go. Dio's gonna get a kill on the round as well. Snaps that donut. And also snaps the 4-round winning streak that ADS Gaming had accrued for themselves. And now Elemental Gaming finding a round of success. And this is very important for them. You know, they had so little success in that opening hard point that they just need to find something to give them a bit of confidence back, you know, a little spring in their step, so to speak. And getting around on the board here and getting the lights at the top of the screen to say Elemental win, Elemental Gaming win, that's right there. That right there could be really key for motivation and whatnot. As Dios, he's going to tag up aim, you know, a little bit of motivation there to try to get a few shots to connect through the hedge as well. As Aim's gonna hold that spot, you know, look to cross up until the AC there. The location's gonna get known. The trophy's gonna get taken out as well, and Aim's just gonna play for his life here. The information's all there, and the attention's all there at A. But where's this bomb gonna really go? They have the bomb planter all the way in the back here. Watching from Hotel's guardhouse right there. Lifeguard guardhouse, and that player gets isolated and killed off on the beach. This is literally I would say the worst spot to see the bomb on this map getting left. Now, if these kills and these trades can come through in time, we might see the round end from a kills perspective for the side of Elemental, but instead we see ADS Gaming win it. You know, we're gonna see this really nice two-piece from Naruto Gaming, or Naruto Gaming, from ADS's Naruto, and very strong use of the Krieg in that situation. His AR skills are very much definitely has some, and he did a really good job. You know, he had a little bit of a slow start there. I think it was the first 2 rounds of the map that he was yet to get a kill on, and now he's turned on the Jets here, going 7-2 now with a 3 streak as well. Might need to give him a bit of attention, highlight him a little bit here, as he's going to be in a bit of a firefight with Dios at long. He will tag up Dios, and Dios will tag up him. You know, little tickle for tickle action, as nobody drops in that exchange of bullets. But now we are going to see Elemental Gaming. They lose a player for first blood, but answer up as Ghost will get a big kill. In the background here, we're going to see Barba Blanca find another kill over onto AIM, and we're starting to see the side of Elemental Gaming start to heat up here, but Dios will end up stopping another kill, another player. ADS Gaming down to 1. It's going to be Naruto, the player that's been making the biggest noise in terms of these last couple of rounds for the side of ADS Gaming. He's going to spot out Dios. He's going to look to nade him up and over the hedge. He will not connect here, and he's going to need to get that bomb and also get it planted in a quick manner. Instead, he's just going to play for a kill here. He's going to find the player isolated in that beach house, and now he's going to try to beeline it over to this bomb and get it planted. Not sure he's going to have enough time to do so. He's going to hop onto it. He will get the bomb planted in just a fraction of a second's time left. Barba Blanca, though, going to come up the stairs. Will he find the kill? He will! Literally, the last bullet, folks, is able to connect, and Naruto is going to drop in the 1 versus 1 against Barba Blanca, and that's Elemental Gaming. 2 rounds on the board for them in this S&D. It was not looking, guys, when it was 4-0, it wasn't looking like Elemental Gaming was going to get a single round in this one. You know, you could count them out, you know, then and there, that they were pretty much done and dusted. But they are able to grab themselves 2 rounds here, you know, a round on the brink of defeat on this map. It was 5-1, make it 5-2. Does Elemental Gaming have any more gas in the tank, though? To make an extension all the way to around 11 and potentially take this one. It's a real grasp at straws, but you know, you just can't count out some of these teams, especially if ADS Gaming, you know, blink a bit too much here. As Naruto, he's going to aggress way too aggressive. He's going to go really aggressive into that hotel room, and we will see an aggressive aim as well get punished on the other side of things as well. So Barba Blanca, free reign to move on into the real estate of B. A player's going to drop Dios on 2 kills this round. And last player alive for ADS Gaming is going to have to make the 1 versus 4 happen. Trigger Discipline shows for 1 kill not coming through. Will he get the other kill? He's going to use up all his bullets in the clip on his AR. He will pick up on his AR, on his sub, but he will pick up the AR and unfortunately get killed off before he could take down his bleeding, wounded prey just behind the ice cream truck. As Dios coming in with those 2 long-range kills to open up the round and really give a lot of give a lot of room for the side of Elemental Gaming to work with. And ADS Gaming getting punished for 2 rounds back to back, you know, not executing their defense and their offense perfectly, and you know, Naruto, just the play call, whoever called it out, you know, he ran into a swath of players from Elemental Gaming just on that outer edge of the hotel, and just ended up getting caught around that corner with his pants down. Really, just not expecting any of those guys. And Dios gonna get shot at but not tagged up, as he's gonna continue to try to set himself up around here. Barba Blanca continuing to shine for the side of Elemental Gaming, and they're gonna find another kill as well. As Dios, he's gonna get a kill on the board against Reaper. Long range shots from Dios are gonna go long, but they're not. But they're gonna go wide of the mark here, as Killua gonna be playing around this pontoon boat here. Number 2's aim gonna be watching the back for anybody trying to come around from the hotel. And now he's going to look to just start to cut back here and maybe make his way up to the top balcony in that room at this hotel here. And number 5, Barba Blanca, just below it. Looking to maybe catch off Killua as he rotates through the middle of the map there. He's going to find him. Will he find the second? He won't. AIM going to be trapped in that back corner. Will be able to find 2 big kills, but then drop at long range from one of the elemental players. And they're really bringing this one back. They have done more than claw and paw. They have been able to start climbing. And they've gotten it to a 5-4 right now in the scoreline. That's 3 straight rounds when put back down at 5-1. Does Elemental Gaming have what it takes? I asked this multiple times before to fully flip the script here on its head. Right now you're looking over at probably Mythical. If we could see Mythical maybe shine a little bit more and, you know, instead of, you know, having the dimmer set low, instead we might see it higher and brighter. Then that might be the real turning point of this series, is if we see Mythical start to shine and toughen up and start to rise, as the teams are going to start to slow down here. Naruto not going to make his aggressive push that he made before. He's going to, you know, learn from his previous and past mistakes there. And he's going to decide to play a bit more passively here. Will he catch any player rotating over? If he just would have been able to look to the left, he might be able to spot Dios here just on the edge of this umbrella. But Naruto's tucked away there. Dios sneaky, going to make it over there. And El Chupacabra and Dios is going to be able to make it over to the pontoon boat. AIM creeping up through the middle alley of the street, kind of looking like a, you know, a member of a SWAT team getting ready to hit a YouTuber's house. And Naruto gonna get punished off of some shots on Ghost. He lies prone, you know, stop, drop, and roll style. And ADS Gaming, they're finding themselves in all sorts of trouble here. But AIM gonna get himself into a nice spot here. Snake in the grass, looking to find the kill on Mythical as he plants. He's gonna be able to get that big kill here. Will the bomb end up getting planted? Time is running out for Elemental Gaming, and there we go. ADS Gaming actually win it. They close things out. We see a player get into a cheeky spot in the little park yard right there, in the little park to the side of the street, and there we go. The collapse comes through, and ADS Gaming take the map. As it started to look very questionable for ADS Gaming in the last couple of rounds, they're able to finally tie things together and end up coming out with a win on that map. And, you know, they make it 2-0, the scoreline for the series, and, well, getting closer to the 3-0 that I predicted at the beginning of it all. So whether or not we do see the 3-0, you know, it's up for question. Especially when you see some of the holes and some of the chinks in the armor of ADS Gaming here up against Elemental Gaming. And, you know, looking at their matchup they have later tonight, with some of these mistakes that they're making, especially in that S&D right there, they just can't make those same mistakes up against the really well-oiled machine that is Team Flawless's roster that they have working with them for the rest of the season. Coming off of this weekend, and they gotta be really fearful. They need to polish that stuff up. They can't show those kind of cards at the poker table when sitting across, you know, a really strong hand that you know, Team Flawless has to kind of work with against their teams that they have matches up against still just during the regular season and into playoffs. Next match, next map is gonna be Raid. So we have Raid for the rest of this series, folks. So we are just making sure we can get things set up here, as it looked like there might have been an issue with the good host. I'm gonna look to try to get things refixed and set up here, as looked like it went down, as there was a bit of an error. So we will be getting the Get Good host back. So while that is happening, obviously we'll go to a little break, a short break for you guys. We will be back shortly after this short little break, as I look to fix some of the technical difficulties that we're having in the back end here. and get this series underway so that we can move on to the next series over on my channel as well. So take it easy, guys. I'll be right back after a short little break.
I'm alone, I'm a broken home. I gave you all the bricks that I own and know. I'm letting go, I'm breaking these walls down, breaking these walls down. If you want adventure, then fly to home. But if you wanna travel, then go alone. Yeah, what's the point in us if I never know? Yeah, if you're gonna leave, I'ma let you go. I'm tired of the pain. Go away. I'm tired with yesterday. Harder, harder. I fell where my demons dwell. My own little nightmare, I call it hell. Oh well, it's time to get back up. Climbing and climbing, I'm done with this ride, is what I tell myself, so I could feel something else. Yeah, I guess I had my bad days, but it doesn't mean I lost my style. Darling, where were you when my heart was faking, girl. You never made a sound. Oh, wait, I'm tired of the pain. Go away. I'm tired of yesterday. And shouldn't find a home, but if you wanna travel, then go alone. What's the point in us if I never know? If you're gonna leave, I'ma let you go. And you shouldn't find a home, but if you wanna travel, then go alone. What's the point in us if I never know? If you're gonna leave, I'ma let you go.
for strangers. Believe me when I say, loving me is loving danger. Your heart is bound to break. I walk alone in the night, neath the pale moon. Loving's for the fools. Baby, beware of my mind. I'm alone, I'm alone, I'm a lone wolf. 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 I'm a creeping through the shadows and the corners of your mind. I go with the windows. I run but I don't hide. I hear the call of the wild, whispering the name. No, I can't be tamed. My heart belongs to the night. I'm alone, I'm alone, I'm a lone wolf. 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 I'm a
Yo, what is up, guys? We are back, and the action is ready and underway here between Elemental Gaming and ADS Gaming here. And right off the get-go in this raid control, we're going to see ADS Gaming make a play over to A. The action's back and forth. The gunfights are going to go the way of Elemental Gaming to start things off, so just hot off the block is them. And ADS Gaming already find themselves up hitting a wall in this map here. AIM is gonna meet Mythical right in the face and get taken down. 1 versus 1 gunfight there. Not gonna go the way that he was looking. As Reaper is also gonna get cut down in the background. Killua just unable to do anything so far on this map. Is 0-0. It looked like he maybe started spawning out late or something like that. But now a B play is going to come through for ADS Gaming. There's a hole in the defense that Elemental Gaming had put up, and it will get exploited here. And the nades should be able to close out that last player up top, and the stack should come through here. Now, will they be ready for a player row on the rotation behind them to start a pinch? Barba Blanca is going to get in, kill off Killua, but the player at steps, he's going to have to take him down. He will take him down. B has 2 ticks of progress on it. The 3rd tick is continuing to go through. Now, the split focus will come through. As AIM, he's going to draw focus over to A. He's going to take some shots over at Barba Blanca, throw a nade as well. It's not going to connect on him. He will instead get to finish off the kill with his gun here. Kill off Mythical as well. Good morning, good night. Dios as well. Going to get taken down in the streak. And that is full streaks to work with for AIM on this one. He's going to be on a 3 kill streak. He's going to be on an 8 kill streak here. Getting 3 in quick succession over by A. He's going to find himself another big kill there, as it's been all ADS Gaming in that opening round, and AIM performing on top of his team right now. The man is dancing like a devil right there. On the point. He hopped onto it all on his own too, as the focus is split up, and then he was able to take down, you know, 2 to 3 players advancing onto that point to try to take him off of it. He says, no, I'm a statue that's going to stay here, and I'm not going to be removed by you. Elemental Gaming, off to a very and extremely rough start, losing the first round as they had a defense for it. Defense being the much easier side to hold here when it comes to control, and right now finding a plethora of problems around these points here. Is now in behind is Killua. He's going to be able to find 2 big cleanup kills there. Like a Zamboni cleaning up the rink. He's going to clean up the driveway there. Get 1 massive kill. Will he find Ghost as well? That would have been absolutely epic for him. Naruto going to be able to clean up that last player there. Going to go on the rotation over to the steps. Going to get cut down by Dios. Now will Dios be able to pick off the player by Tiki is number 2. That's going to be AIM, the problematic player from ADS Gaming. It's been causing a lot of misfortune in the early comings of this map, as you know, this is a rough spot we see Elemental Gaming see themselves into, and oh my god, Killua gonna make it even rougher, killing 2 players below the mansion. Just, oh my lord, an offensive round going the way. There we go, we get a little kamikaze nade action right there for the kill and the confirm. ADS Gaming just tiers above their opponents here, and oh my lord, AIM pulling out the Glocky and hitting him with the Rocky, taking him down. AIM and the rest of ADS Gaming finding no trouble at all, taking down Elemental Gaming in the opening 2 rounds of this control. And gonna flick on over to a player he heard, Dios crossing in front of him. Reaper gonna be there with his QBZ to try to cause some problems over at A, getting rid of these pink players on that point. And now 1 last pink player on a point that's preventing the time to tick on past. It's going to be few, and there we go. ADS Gaming see themselves through 2-0 in this control. This is some very clean execution in this last map. Not as clean whatsoever in that search and destroy for themselves, and definitely cleaner than what we saw in the hard point, as it was merely just a 100-point clubbing, not a 50-point clubbing. As ADS Gaming, they showed signs of faltering and failing a little bit in the early, in the 2 series. They had the 2 maps so far, more so the search and destroy than the actual hard point, but all of that being brushed aside and really just tossed off the side of the map. As Elemental Gaming, you know, they're down 0-2 in the series. They're also down 0-2 in this control, and all things must come to an end. And this series is looking to come to an end here on this round number 3 in this control, and map number 3 on the series as well as Reaper. He's going to be on the point position. These streaks are going to come in. They're going to keep a few of these players at bay from Elemental Gaming, hidden into buildings, hiding in there. And we will see a stun, actually, or a flash, get the final kill there for AIM onto the player in top. Laundry, don't really see those too often. Definitely a lot rarer than trophy system kills in this game, as game's been quite notorious for those trophy system kills. Now, does AIM find anybody here? He will get information of a player there. There we go. 2 pimples get popped over in the hut at basketball, and well, with players just choking up into the spawn, like AIM there with all of that spunk and moxie. This is really a rough position and place for Elemental Gaming, but the life disparity, it could have been a lot more oppressive. But AIM and ADS Gaming, they haven't made it as problematic for Elemental Gaming as they probably could have. Now with B left to cap, there's still a lot of ifs, ands, and buts here on whether or not ADS Gaming can close out things in this 3rd round in the control, or if we will be seeing an extension to a 4th round in the control, and still potentially on the cards is an extension in the series itself. Now, Ghost is going to get killed off by Naruto in this push into kitchen here. AIM is going to try to find this open real estate, maybe even, you know, buy this mansion off of the market. As Naruto, he's going to be in there to clean things up. Takedown 2. He's going to have to deal with some players coming off the spawn. He's ready for 1. Will he be ready for Mythical coming around the corner? He's going to be lying prone for Mythical, but Mythical will take him out. And a few players over here in the deep ends of this lake that is the Elemental Gaming spawn and B point. As Dios, he's going to make his way all the way into the spawn of ADS Gaming and look to maybe spawn trap a few plays back here. Kind of cut off a few and take some free kills here. But the progress at B is starting to come through as there's a stack up there. AIM's going to find a big kill. Trade kill comes through for Dios. Killua is going to be there to find another one. The trades are even Stevens. Now we're going to start to see Elemental Gaming overwhelm with some spawns coming back up near this point. That could be very problematic, but we will start to see Elemental Gaming get rid of that pressure. As Naruto, he's not going to spot the player on the corner. Mythical finds a big opening kill there. Ghost will also dispatch Reaper. So this is a 1 versus 4. We are in an S&D situation and scenario, but Elemental Gaming will come out on top. So it will not be a perfect 3-0 in the control, just like how the rest of the maps in this series have sort of gone as well. Not perfect. Not perfect by any stretch of the imagination. Nearly perfect hardpoint was probably the closest to perfection so far in this series when it comes to maps for ADS Gaming. Now, we see an extension to this round 4. This is a offensive round for the side of Elemental Gaming. It's the harder round to win. They were able to win the easier one, which was that defense in the last round. But now ADS Gaming, they have a more comfortable spot they're in here with the defense for this round 4 that they win this one, they win the series as total. They win the map, sure, that's the small side of things. It's the battle in the war, but the war itself will be ended and ADS the victors. Now this all of course is you know, it's hypothetical as things haven't actually fully finished. As ADS Gaming, they still need to come through with these kills, and Barba Blanca shooting these bodies as well. Not happy of the bodies being shot previous. And man, Naruto, he's going to end up shooting bodies back here. The players on both these teams not having each other's shit whatsoever. As, you know, cornflakes, you know, whatever cereal these guys are eating has been definitely shit on. And Elemental Gaming not happy with the disrespect ADS Gaming has given them in not humbling their defeat. As ADS Gaming find themselves ahead big time in this series, and AIM gonna help bring them to even on the lives, but maybe even put them up above their opponents. As Elemental Gaming, they're gonna split focus these points here. Mythical gonna actually ignore A and just look to get a wrap onto B and force these spawns over at ball court. With the spawns happening over by driveway, this is going to be good prime opportunity for a 3-stack. Will AIM be able to close out those 2 players he spotted? He was able to finish all 3 of them! Oh my lord! AIM! AIM! Nobody shoots back at AIM in that situation. He just catches them all off guard right there. Killua going to be in the back trying to continue to put pressure and slow down the pace of the pace and presence of Elemental on these points, and ultimately the time is the factor that closes things out. ADS Gaming win the series 3-0 is the scoreline of the series. On the map, going to be 3-1. So minor victories across each of the maps. You know, for the side of Elemental Gaming, we see, you know, 4 rounds won in the S&D, 1 round won in the control, and 80 points won in that hard point at the beginning of things. But you know, in the end, altogether, ADS Gaming just the stronger side today for the matchup against Elemental Gaming. And they've looked very strong throughout this league so far. Just undefeated record right now. It's extended to 5-0. But there is another match that they have to play this week. And it's going to be happening actually in short time as we do swap over to my stream for the match. It's going to be at 9:30 for ADS Gaming to be up against the new and improved and very, very special and strong amateur challengers roster that Team Flawless have picked up to help fix the problems that they have with their record of 1-3, now turned into a 2-3, with the opportunity to, if they do end up taking down ADS Gaming, which is something that is statistically on their side. They should be able to take down this ADS Gaming side with the newfound strength and the new members that they have. Then they could be ending this week off 3-3 in their record and climbing ever so closer to a first spot or even the top 4 of their group. ADS Gaming 5-0. They will be ending this week still atop of the block. Alongside Hi-Fi, that I believe is also at a 5-1. They're at a 5-1 record, so ADS Gaming, they're guaranteed to be up there at the top, either tied or above, tied below, tied above, something to do with in the end, map win percentage, whatnot. That's if they do lose. If they do come out on top against Estriel and Co., well, that would be the talk of the town, wouldn't it be? Because then that would be, in my opinion, something that we did not see coming whatsoever. And but yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning on in. It's been a great one. We have 2 massive matches in ALG League here back on this stream. It's going to be great. Those are going to be happening tomorrow. Tomorrow evening, it's going to be a nice doubleheader to end the week of matches, of on-stream matches off. And they should be really, really strong. You got Divine Future, who's now in Group A. The Group of Death will be taking on the side of Team Redux. So we have, I believe, at least 1 or maybe 2 former players from the actual Redux organization, esports organization, on that Divine Future side. So there could be a little bit of there could be a little bit of a revenge on the cards here for some of those players, and not necessarily revenge, but just there could be an extra element to the story of that series that might fuel it to be one of the most attractive ones and entertaining ones ultimately of this week. Now, GG's, and I hope you guys enjoyed today's action, and we will see you guys tomorrow for more for the doubleheader. And if you guys aren't joining me in my stream at 9:30, which is in, for those of you guys in a different time zone, it's going to be in 15 minutes or so. I'll be over on my stream. You guys can find my tweet off my Twitter there. And if you guys haven't already followed other social medias, you got to go find ADS Gaming for sure. Follow their social media. Go follow Elemental Gaming's social media as well. And of course, drop a follow, subscription, whatnot. However, whatever you want to do to the social medias for ALG as well. Without ALG League, we wouldn't be here with the action in front of you guys. With the teams invested and obviously here to compete for something. So thank you once again, ALG League, for the league itself, and I will see you guys in a new stream, in a next stream. So have a good evening, have a good night, or have a good break before my stream at 9:30. Take it easy, guys.